We got some huge news for Nvidia and Microsoft stock investors as OpenAI completed a deal to raise $6.6 billion in new funding. I'll discuss why this news is big news for Nvidia and Microsoft stock investors. There's a lot to cover here, so let's get into the details right away. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So here you have the news reported by Bloomberg saying that OpenAI completed a deal to raise $6.6 billion in new funding, giving the AI company a $157 billion valuation. Now, first of all, that's great news for Microsoft stock investors because Microsoft already owned a roughly $10 billion stake in the company before this funding round even got underway. So now with this new funding round and an update to the valuation, Microsoft initial investment has now increased by several billions of dollars. Now here was the part of the statement that was great news for Nvidia stock investors. In a statement, OpenAI said it would use the cash influx to drive forward AI research and increase its computing capacity. Now, its computing capacity is primarily consisting of Nvidia's GPU technology, its Blackwell technology, its Hopper technology. And so if OpenAI has an influx of $6.6 billion, you can reasonably assume that maybe $1 billion or more of that spending will go towards Nvidia and purchases of Nvidia's GPU technology to drive forward enhancements in the large language models, in the training of the large language model, and in the inferencing of the large language model. So this is further evidence that the growth in investments in artificial intelligence is not slowing down. In fact, it is accelerating. Now, since OpenAI is a privately owned company, it doesn't have publicly released financial statements, so we get information from the company in bits and pieces. And one of the big pieces of information we just got was that the company has 250 million weekly active users, according to people familiar with the matter, and it has 11 million ChatGPT Plus subscribers. These are paid members, not the free users, which include the 250 million. Business-focused service has 1 million users. So with this information, we can see that the company is generating strong revenue, and that's great news for Microsoft and Nvidia. For Microsoft, the company's cloud service agreement is with Microsoft Cloud. So every time there's an inquiry, every time that it needs to have computing power generating in the cloud, that's Microsoft that's getting the revenue from that interaction. Additionally, if the company has this many weekly active users and paid subscribers, that means the inferencing that's happening is on NVIDIA GPUs. So that's great news for Microsoft and NVIDIA stock investors, which are now getting more evidence that the AI is real. It's not this investing trend that's a fad that's going to go away, that investment is going to decrease meaningfully. When you see this magnitude of users, that means people are gaining value from the service. 11 million paid subscribers at roughly $20 per month. This translates into roughly $200 million per month, or about $2.5 billion annually in revenue for ChatGPT. So this is tangible revenue, and you can understand why spending is going to this category, because you can see significant growth here and you can see significant spending. Remember, ChatGPT only came on the scene in late 2022. So in less than 2 years, it's already amassed 250 million weekly active users and an annual revenue estimate. Now, this is a big estimate of roughly $2.5 billion for 2024. Interestingly, Apple did not participate in the deal, although the company was previously in talks to invest in the company. Given that the iPhone maker has a partnership now with OpenAI, to integrate ChatGPT on its devices through its Siri voice assistant. That could create an increase in the millions for ChatGPT. As part of that partnership, Apple previously was on discussions to get a board advisor role on OpenAI's board, although those plans were dropped. So once Apple truly launches its AI integration with ChatGPT, it wouldn't surprise me if ChatGPT's weekly active users surges again because of that integration. All of which is great news for both Microsoft and Nvidia stock investors. Nvidia stock investors have been concerned that the company's booming revenue and profitability will be short-lived and the company's revenue and profits will drop once all of these investments in AI end. And I don't think that's going to be the case. Market forecasts suggest that investments in artificial intelligence are going to continue at least until 2030, and the increases are going to be between $500 billion to $1 trillion of increased spending on artificial intelligence. So all participants in the market expect continued growth in this category, which is going to benefit Nvidia. It's going to benefit Microsoft. It's going to benefit people as the increase in productivity enhances people's productivity, and then they can earn higher wages because they'll be more productive. Now, there will be some disruption. Some jobs may be lost to artificial intelligence, but other jobs will be created to replace those that are displaced from the jobs that are taken by artificial intelligence. Overall, productivity will improve in the economy because each business will be able to do more with its existing employee base, or it can do the same amount but with fewer employees. And so the profits will be increased, especially now that wages are soaring and there are worker shortages. This development comes just in time for companies to capitalize on the increase. But this is great news for Microsoft and Nvidia stock investors, to be sure. Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce that my book is finally available for sale. I've been working on it for more than a year now, so I'm really excited to finally share this with you now. It goes through my framework for evaluating stocks. Some of you often ask why I like this stock or why I like the other stock, and this framework provides you the things that I look at when I'm evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.